love the STI. The car does not get the greatest gas mileage, but hell, everybody knows that. The car's been around since I've been in high school, and it's never gotten the greatest. Although in warmer weather, I do average, you know, driving like a grandma, no offense grandma, 25 and sometimes even more. But I mean, that is really not driving it the way it's supposed to. It's, you know, pretty much in sixth, and, you know, making sure you're not having any fun. You have fun, you're averaging about 22 to 25, and if you really have fun, you're in the teens, which now muscle cars provide that in about 100 horsepower or more. So the car needs a power bump. But, you know, now blocks are getting cheaper, and, you know, it's just a great car. From the all-wheel drive standpoint, it's been through the gauntlet. It's been, you know, revised as far as the chassis. Is the RS a great competitor? Yes, but I'm not sold on that rear diff. Is the Civic Type R a competitor? Absolutely. The Civic Type R is a wonderful car that, you know, maybe, you know, if I had to get a new car in the next year or two, I'd consider it. But for me, the Civic Type R is just, it's too much. There comes a time where even this car, and I'm sorry guys, I'm about to move the camera, that even this car is too much with the big wang and the, you know, just the styling. That, you know, I wanted this car since like middle school and high school. Now I could finally afford it, and it's coming to inception. You know, I kind of got over it. But, you know, sometimes I don't want that gaudy wing and that super aggressive styling, and I kind of want to fly under the radar. You know, and this car, it's right on that line where it's kind of like boy racer meets, you know, the high schooler. You know, do I really like driving up to meetings in this car or meeting clients? No, you almost get mocked sometimes. But people that are car individuals, they understand what it is. People that are not think you're, you know, immature. But screw them. I'm going to do what I want. For that aspect, you know, I really like the Golf R. It's refined. The interior is way above the interior here. Although they have done some nice things with the interior in the STI, I think that, you know, the Golf R is just a more refined. The direct injected engine, it's pretty stout. But it's not me. I didn't want the R. It was almost too much. It was I didn't drive it, but it's more of a muted application. Then you got the Focus RS. You know, that is so tiny that, you know, I'm about 6 feet tall. This Focus RS just felt cramped inside, and the interior looked like my van's at work. I really couldn't get over driving that almost $40,000 car that looked like my work van E350. No fucking way. Not to mention, you know, every car's got the Achilles heel, whether it's, you know, the supposed head gasket issues on the RS, or the overheating diff, or, you know, the Type R overheating, or the blowing up Subarus. Everything, when you push these four cylinders to the limit, they're going to have problems. You know, with that being said, I love this car. The problems are known, and it is what it is. If I keep it, you know, I'm going to have to deal with the bad gas mileage and probably throw a block in it. You know, it's probably going to cost $5 grand, $6 to $8 grand for everything when it's done, but you'll have a reliable car. You know, it's either that or you get another vehicle that's actually set up for $400 out the box, or we'll see what happens. But I'm happy with it. You know, I think if Subaru went, and I think the way they're going is a direction of the electronically controlled all-wheel drive, kind of like the Haldex system in the R, so you could get more miles per gallon. Where, you know, I think it's going to be the STI, unless you put it in like a sport mode, is going to be more power to the rear, and that front wheels won't be activated, that diff somehow electronically, so you're going to retain more miles per gallon. Because right now you're just losing all that MPG through the parasitic drivetrain loss, which is something that the Golf R isn't getting, from my understanding. I could be wrong there. In addition, you know, when these motors go to direct injection, there's probably going to be a little bit more of miles per gallon too. But with the direct injection, you then have your carbon buildup. Like I said, every pro has a con, and as a car enthusiast, you have to wait